Peace and blessings. Welcome back to the Mindful Pilates Studio. I'm Taylor Cherisse, and today we are going to be doing a beginner level, full body, classic Pilates workout. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. So I want you to come down onto your mat, laying flat on your back with your knees bent. Just make sure that you're lowering yourself down to the mat as gently and slowly as possible to avoid any pain, strain, or injuries. So this is how I do it. I extend my arms out, I take a deep breath in, and as I exhale, I slowly begin to lower myself down onto my mat. So once you're here in this position, I want you to make sure that your feet are parallel, meaning they're facing forward. Keep your knees aligned with your hip. Your spine can be in a neutral position, so you don't have to be imprinted to start. I want you to relax your head, neck, and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to extend your arms towards the ceiling, making sure that you're keeping your wrists parallel with your shoulders, so you're in proper alignment. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to begin to lightly scissor the hands. So we're dropping one down towards our hip, the other extends back behind the head. Neither are collapsing on the mat. And then I want you to just turn your head. We inhale back to center. Exhale, we switch arms. What we're doing here is just a nice gentle warm up for our shoulders and our neck, working on our coordination as well. A few more. Last set. So 1 and 2. Great job. Keep your arms extended towards the ceiling. Now I want you to take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to imprint that spine. So we're pushing our lumbar into the mat, closing that gap between our spine and the floor. And I want you to protract the scapulas and reach towards the ceiling. We inhale back into neutral. Exhale, we imprint and reach. Getting 2 more. 1, nice big reach. And 2. Great job. Bring your spine back into neutral. Keep the hands extended towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, we are connecting to our deep abdominal muscles, dropping the hands slowly down towards the hips. I want you to tuck the chin, coming through a thoracic flexion. So we're doing a slight sit-up. Inhale down. Exhale, crunch. Here we are warming up our core, getting it prepared to support our movements throughout this full body flow. Need 2 more. 1. Inhale through the nose. Nice big exhale. Beautiful. You can take your hands, drop them slowly down to your mat, palms facing the floor. Take another deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, bring the right leg into tabletop, then point and extend that toe towards the ceiling. I want you to rotate that ankle, warming it up. Switch directions. Beautiful. Now from here, I want you to flex the foot. Slowly begin to drop it down towards the mat. We point before our foot connects with the floor, and we extend it back up towards the ceiling. So as we flex, we are stretching our hamstrings, and point and lift. You're stretching out those quads. Exhale on the way down. Point. Inhale on the way up. Need a few more. Really connect to your core to stabilize yourself through this movement. Nice big inhales, strong exhales. Last one. Up. Inhale, up. Amazing. Bend the knee, bring the foot back down into the mat, and we switch and do the left side. So tabletop, point and extend the toe. We're going to do 4 circles in each direction, stretching out that ankle. And switch directions. 2, 3, 4. Great job. We point the toe, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, flex the ankle, slowly drop that foot down. Point, inhale back up. Again, we're just stretching out that hamstring, stretching out that quad on the other side. Nice big inhales and exhales, connecting to our core, stabilizing ourselves through this movement. You might feel a little bit wobbly here as a beginner. You might notice your hips lifting or rotating. It's perfectly fine. Just remember to keep yourself as centered as possible by using your core for stability. Last one. Exhale, flex down. Inhale, point back up. Great job. From here, I want you to extend both legs out onto the mat. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Try to imprint that spine as much as possible. We bring the right leg back up and extend it towards the ceiling. We open it out to the side. Slowly lower it down as much as we can, keeping the leg straight. Cross over the left leg back into center. Continue. So this exercise is called the one leg circle. It is a beginner classic Pilates exercise. However, I find it to be one of the more advanced beginner level workouts because it requires a lot of control within our hip flexors and hip extensors, which most people, if you're not conditioned to working out already, that can be very challenging. It's a great exercise to master to help with just overall hip mobility. The last one, and then we'll switch and do the other side. Great job. Drop that leg down. Take a deep breath in. Center yourself again. Exhale. Imprint the spine. And we lift the left leg. We do the same thing here. So we're opening it out away from the body, dropping the leg down slightly, crossing over the right, back into starting. Remember to inhale and exhale throughout this movement as well. Not only are you connecting to your core for stability here, you also need to connect to your glute muscles as well. And you're gonna feel yourself really having to stretch and lengthen that quad in order to get some range of motion here in your circles. Last one. Great job. Slowly lower that leg down. Amazing. I want you to bring the hands out behind you. Take a deep breath in. We're going to do a roll up. So as you exhale, begin to bring your arms up and over. Once they're aligned with the chest, we tuck the chin. And we use our core to pull ourselves up, reach towards the toes. Inhale again, and exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. Now if you're a complete beginner, it might be easier for you to tuck your heels into your mat, give your knees a slight bend, and try it again. Exhale, arms come up and over, we tuck the chin, engage the core, use it for stability, reach forward, inhale, exhale, slowly lower yourself back down. you want to make sure that you're engaging your core as much as possible to lift yourself up, and you're not relying on momentum, which would look like this, to kind of bring yourself forward. Need a few more. Nice big exhales as you come up and reach forward. Inhale, exhale, you slowly lower yourself down. And last one, bring those arms up and over, tuck that chin, complete your exhale, bring yourself up, reach forward as much as you can. Inhale again on your descent down. Exhale as you slowly begin to lower. Great job. You can bring your knees into your chest and relax here for a moment. Rock back and forth from side to side. Inhale and exhale. Notice any points where your body feels tension, tightness, pain. And also just take a moment to give yourself gratitude for clicking on this video, choosing to engage in some mindful movement. Great job. So we're going to do that series again. So we bring our legs out, hands are down by our hips, palms facing the mat. Deep breath in. Imprint the spine, extend that right leg. You open out, drop it down, cross it over, and center. Stop, keep going. Last one. Amazing. Drop that right leg down into the mat. Take a deep breath in, catch your breath, exhale. Connect to your core, imprint that spine. Now the left leg comes up. You open out, drop it down, cross it over, and start again. And really stretching and lengthening that quad. Feel almost like you're pulling your leg away in order to make your circles. Last one. Great job. Drop that leg down. Extend your arms out behind you, palms facing the ceiling. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Bring those hands up and over. Tuck the chin. Connect to your core. Come up. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale, slowly begin your descent down. And again, tuck your heels into the mat if it's easier for you. Inhale, slowly lower. We're going to do 4 more. This time I'm actually going to count because in true Pilates instructor fashion, I rarely ever count out my ropes. That was 1. Big exhale, connect and come up. 2 more, you can do it. 3. Exhale, reach forward. So last one, finish strong. Nice big exhale as we slowly lower down. Great job. Take a moment here, take a deep breath in, catch your breath. Exhale through the lungs. Amazing. I want you to bring your knees into your chest here. Take another deep breath in and exhale. From here, I want you to come into a thoracic flexion. So we're tucking the chin into the chest, using our core to lift our scapulas off the mat as much as possible. If this is too challenging for you, you can keep your head into your mat. That's totally fine, but at least give it a try with the head elevated. We're going to do an exercise called the double leg stretch. Still a beginner workout, one of the more challenging ones, but I'm sure you can do it, okay? So from here, you're going to extend legs and arms out and back in. Now, again, if that's too challenging for you, you don't have to extend your legs in a diagonal. Instead, you can extend them up towards the ceiling and back in. Give me 3 more. 2, you're doing great. And 3. Amazing. Knees into the chest. Drop the head if you had it elevated. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. Nice. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Great job. From here, I want you to bring your feet into your mat. This time I want you to have your heels just slightly closer to your glutes and adjusting. Get a proper view here. We're gonna go into some glute bridges. So we're gonna start with our hands down by our hips, palms into the mat. You take a deep breath in. As you exhale, imprint that spine. Take another deep breath in to prepare. Exhale, you squeeze the glutes, lift them up off the mat, and slowly bring it back down, vertebra by vertebra. I want you to do that 4 more times. So inhale, exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, we slowly lower it down. Exhale, squeeze and lift. One, squeeze and lift. Slowly lower it down. So we're going to continue, but this time, as we squeeze and lift, lower, we bring our arms towards the ceiling. So we're working in a little bit of coordination here. So exhale, squeeze and lift, drop the arms down. Inhale, we're bringing our hands, which are parallel to one another, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, lower it down, vertebra by vertebra, we raise the hand. Going. We're going to keep that spine in your imprinted position so that you're properly engaging your glute muscles. You lose that engagement in your lumbar and come out of it imprint. This workout starts to begin to activate more of your core, which is fine, but it's just not the target. And your core might be a little bit sore since we just did a pretty intense core series before this. So give me 2 more. Great job. Last one, squeeze and lift. I want you to hold it here, and we're gonna lift the ankles, drop it down. 2, 3, trying to remember to count for you. 4, 5, almost there. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold the ankles up, and I just want you to pulse it out for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. Bring the heels into the mat. Slowly lower your glutes down, vertebra by vertebra. Great job. Knees into the chest and relax. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more time, nice deep breath in. And exhale. Great job. We're gonna come into our lateral position. We're gonna work on our glute medius here. So what I want you to do is extend the arm out. You're gonna firmly rest your head onto your arm, so find a comfortable position for you for that. Make sure that you're pulling into your rib cage so that you're not collapsed on the floor and you continue to engage your core. Find your balance and stability here, your center. You don't want to be leaning too far forward and you also don't want to be leaning back. Try to be as parallel or in a straight line as possible. You're gonna bend your bottom leg. For me, that's my right leg. You're gonna have it in a 90-degree angle or think in tabletop, laying on the floor, okay? Point and extend your outer leg. For me, that's my left. Use your free hand for stability by placing your palm into the mat. You take a deep breath in, exhale. I want you to point the toe, lift that outer leg. You're gonna flex the foot, bring it forward as much as you can, point, and bring it back slightly behind your hips. So we flex, exhale, bring that foot forward, point, inhale, bring it back. So you're gonna do 6 more. And again, remember to stay pulled into your rib cage. There should be a space between your waist and the mat. I've already lost count, please don't kill me. But I think that was 4 or 5. Let's keep going. This exercise is called the side kick. This is a beginner version of it. I used to hate this exercise. I think I say that in every video where I teach it, but I used to hate this because my hips were so tight. But now it's one of my favorite exercises to teach. Okay, this is gonna be the last one. So we exhale, bring the foot forward with the foot flexed, point, bring it back. I want you to hold it up, keep it here. You're gonna slowly tap that foot down on the mat and back up. It's 3, 4, I'm remembering to count for y'all, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, hold it up. And give me 5 circles in each direction. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. Just small and controlled circles. 6, 7, 8, 9. I lost count, don't kill me. 10. Bring your knees together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Use this hand that you're using for support in the mat. Push yourself up. We're gonna come into a mermaid position to stretch out that hip that we just worked, okay? Keep your chest centered, elongate that spine. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to come into a lateral flexion towards the left. Really lean into your hips, so open them up. Inhale, center. Exhale, the other side. Great job. Beautiful, so we're gonna do the same lateral quick, just working the other leg, okay? So I want you to come into your lateral leg on the opposite side. So we're extending that arm outward, our bottom leg. So for me, this is now my left leg, is bent in a 90-degree angle or in tabletop. We're pulling up into our rib cage. We are finding our center so that our weight is completely balanced. Hand into the mat for support. You take a deep breath in. Exhale. You point and lift the right leg. Well, for me, it's my right leg. As we flex and exhale, we bring that foot forward, point, and bring it back. Great job. Flex, forward, point, and back. Keep going. Again, remember to pull up into that rib cage so you're keeping your core engaged. It also helps you stay balanced and keep your weight centered. Great job. Going. You're doing great. Maybe 2 more. So this is 1. Back. And 2. And back. Hold it up. Give me those 10 taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it up here. Give me those 5 circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, and other direction. So 1, 2. Even my glutes are burning. 3, 4. We're almost there. And 5. Great job. Bring your knees together. Push yourself up. Come into your mermaid position so you can stretch out this hip down. Chest centered. Keep your weight on your tailbones as much as possible. Deep breath in. We elongate that spine. And as we exhale, we come into our lateral bend on the right. Oh, this feels so good. Inhale, center. Exhale, lateral bend in the opposite direction. And really push into that hip to help open it up and release that tension from our side kick workout. Amazing. Now I want you to come into a 4-point kneeling position. Slowly come into all fours here. Make sure that you have your knees aligned with your hips, also wrist aligned with the shoulder. We're just going to do a little cat-cow stretch. Deep breath in. We flex the spine, drop the head. As we exhale, bring that spine into retroversion. Again, inhale, flex. Exhale. One more time. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale. Great job. Now we're also going to do, sorry, just gotta move my hair out the way. Okay, so from here, deep breath in, engage the core. We push up into our scapulas, okay? We're going to extend the right leg, point that toe. Your left leg that you're using for support, you're gonna push your ankle into the mat. It's gonna help to give you a little bit more stability. Make sure that you have your hips centered. You wanna avoid any awkward rotations. From here, you're going to exhale, lift the leg, bend the knee, flex the foot, point, and back out. Going. I've already kind of lost my coordination here. Sometimes it's so hard to talk and teach, but I'm working on it, child. Give me grace. Last one. Amazing. Drop it down. Bring your knee back into center. Take a deep breath. Exhale. And we do the other side. So right ankle into the mat for support. We're pushing up into those scapulas, keeping the hips centered. Exhale. We lift the left. Flex the ankle. Bend the knee. Pulse. Point. Flex. Point. Out. There we go. Flex. Bend. Point. Flex. Point. Out. Sometimes I gotta do this little beat to remind myself of what I'm doing here. I feel like Lorianne Gibson. Boom, cat, boom, cat, boom, cat. Few more. You're almost there. Okay. Out, last one. Great job. Drop it down. I want you to come into a child's pose to relax for a moment. So we're dropping the glutes towards the mat, extending those arms out. Deep breath in and exhale. One more time, deep breath in and exhale. Great job. From here, we're going to slowly lower ourselves down onto our mat, on our stomach. Put this ponytail out my way. Okay, we're going to do an exercise called the swan. It is an advanced Pilates workout. However, I'm going to show you a beginner version of this workout so you can work your way up to doing a full advanced swan one day. So we're going to take our hands, place them on the sides of our chest, obviously, palms into the mat. You're going to open your legs slightly wider than hips distance apart. You're going to engage the core, squeeze the glutes, and kind of press your pelvis into the mat. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to lift the chest off the mat. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs off the mat as much as you can. Back down. Remember, we're keeping that core engaged. Squeezing those glutes. A few more. This is a great workout for working on your spinal articulation and mobility. And also a little bit of tricep work here as you lift the chest. Last two. Chest up. Chest up as we exhale. Inhale down. Nice big exhale for the legs. Amazing. Slowly lower it. Take your hands again into the mat. Push your chest up. And I want you to come into a seated position. You can cross your legs. So come into this crisscross I have. Hands on the knees. You take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more time. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me in the Mindful Pilates studio. I hope you enjoyed this beginner level classic Pilates workout, and I will see you next time.